Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be forming the cheapest and fastest LLC you can get in the United States of America. I've tried everything, anything. I've probably formed 20 LLCs in my life. I've used all of them. I've used the LegalZoom. I've tried all the states, all of them. Delaware, Wyoming, New Mexico, California, done them all. I promise you, this is the fastest, this is the cheapest way to do it. I have no vested interest in the way that I'm showing it to you. I'm just going to spoon feed you the easiest and fastest way to do it out of the kindness of my own heart. I've spent probably 100 hours figuring this out, and I'm going to show you the process. So if you can focus for 20 minutes, I'm going to give you the recipe for you to take the first step to becoming a successful entrepreneur. Now, just some things I want to get out of the way before we start this. I'm going to show you how to form a New Mexico LLC for $85. New Mexico is the cheapest, I believe, to form an LLC. It's definitely the fastest. And also, New Mexico keeps your identity anonymous. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can speed run this and get an LLC formed. So let's get into it. Okay, so basically I have no vested interest in either of these products, and I'm going to show you. One is a government website and one is a registered agent. What is a registered agent? If you want to file an LLC of the state that you don't live in, you need to buy a service called a registered agent. It's basically just an address that you can pay a company 30 bucks a year, and we are going to allow this business to use this address. There's tons of companies that do this. There's nothing illegal about this. Almost everybody does this. Very few people use an LLC in the state that they live in because all the good states, California, New York, whatever, it's expensive. There's a bunch of these rules, regulations that if you have your LLC formed in there, it just sucks. New Mexico's the best one. I don't need to sell it to you any further. I'm going to form a company within 15 minutes. I'm going to blow your mind. So we're going to go ahead and do a company name. I'm going to call this Data Chateau LLC. Okay? We're not changing registered agents because this is our first time forming a company under this name. You don't have to get your mail sent to their New Mexico address. They just charge you more for that. Just put your address and you get all the mail to your house. It's fine. It doesn't matter. You just want to fill out your information here. Now, this is cute. If you buy the domain for your business on porkbun.com, which is a domain provider I highly recommend, you can actually make free professional email addresses. What you can do is you can just do an email redirect. So if you just do admin at like this company's called Data Chateau, and it's actually just going to be like a redirect to my personal email address. So if you're just trying to go quickly and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on like professional email addresses and stuff, you can just go ahead and do this, and it's pretty fun. I'm going to go ahead and just continue. They're going to try to sell you all this bullshit. Just say no to everything. You don't need any of this stuff. It's like EasyJet. They're trying to upcharge you. It's how they make their money, but just say no. Okay. Then you're gonna go ahead and just pay. Now that we have this, we can go ahead, just sign in to this. Boom, remember me. Now this is important. So what you want to do after you pay for that is that you need to get this like random sheet. So you go to Data Chateau, right? Or whatever your company's called. We're gonna go to New Mexico, find forms. And if we go to the second page, Statement of Acceptance of Appointment by Registered Agent. We need to go here and state fee, click free, it doesn't cost you anything. Now all you need to do is you need to make sure that you put in the date. So right now it's 21st of December 2025, right? And then we're gonna go download PDF. And we need to make sure that this is on here. You don't need New Mexico Business ID, but you need this on there, right? Okay, so then what we're gonna do is once we have that downloaded, for some reason, I don't know why, and trust me, I've been through this so many times, is they don't give you a flat PDF from this registered agent, which is not that big of a deal. It's just annoying because they reject you and then the whole process takes another day. What you need to do is just find like flatten PDF online free, and you'll find like one of these tools like small PDF. Go ahead and just go there, click download. Now you have a flat PDF, right? Now once we have this, we're basically 50% of the way done. Congratulations. That step takes most people 2 weeks to figure out, and you just figured it out in 5 minutes. Congratulations. Now, next step, you actually kind of gotta focus for this one. The process of doing this is where LegalZoom gets its entire company from, because people are too lazy or too stupid to figure this out, but it's actually the easiest thing ever. So LegalZoom is literally a $1.8 billion company, and all they do is just do this for you. I wouldn't be surprised if the way they do this is that you send this to LegalZoom and some Filipino or Indian in a in like a workshop just does this for you because this is literally so easy. So what we're gonna do to register an LLC is we're gonna go here, we're gonna go to forms, okay? We're gonna click on this and we're gonna go to business. Domestic LLCs, articles of organization. This is how you form an LLC. Click on this, file online. Now, what you need to do is you need to make an account on this. Okay. Now, I need you to focus here, right? So you're going to go here, domestic LLC. Okay. You haven't previously filed this, I don't think. Now, what is the name of your company? You got to just make sure you don't like misspell anything here like I just did. Data Chateau LLC. So when you're filling this out, a good thing that comes with New Mexico LLCs when you're using the registered agent, you can put their address, right? So that's the whole anonymous thing, is that they don't know your address if somebody looks, because anybody can look up the LLC, right? So you can go here, you go to registered agent service, and right here you have this address that you can just use. Now, business mailing address, you should put that as your address. Do not put that as the registered agent's address. Put it as your address. Now, the cool part is after you put all that information in, they actually have like a database of all the registered agents, right? So the name of our registered agent is Registered Agents Incorporated. And we could just search for that, right? So we could search for that and we could see that you see this Mountain Road? That's the same company. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And I certify that this company has agreed. And remember that flat PDF that we did? We're going to go ahead and take that flat PDF and just upload it there. For some reason, like this always causes me issues. So you just want to make sure that you actually follow this correctly. So go to next step and they're going to ask you the purpose and you could just say, we sell software. It doesn't really matter what you say here. Now, this is important, so you also need to focus on this. There is a multiple member LLC and there's a single member LLC. If you're a single member LLC, it's basically just one person running the company. If it's a multiple member LLC, there's two people running the company. So if you want to include the people that you're running the company with legally on this, go ahead and click I'd like to include members of the limited liability company, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add my co-founder for this and me as two members of this company, right? A member is somebody who actually has ownership in the LLC, and a manager is just an operator. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, but A, it's not that deep. Like you can always change this later. And B, just like ChatGPT advice, like just put the members on now and you could figure it out later. Like this is literally just to get you going. Like this is not that big of a deal. Like if you're a company with no revenue, then don't be tripping about this stuff, right? You can always fix this later. Okay, so I have me and my friend. We're both members of this, so we're both owners. We don't need any of this stuff. You want to have the LLC start now, so go ahead and make it start now. It's going to cost $50 to do this, domestic LLC, all this stuff. Make sure all this stuff is good to go. You can kind of just confirm. This will always like kind of trip you up. It says like no, no, no here, but you make this like yes, yes, yes here. So then it becomes yes, yes, yes after you do that. So don't get confused by that. That always confuses me. So now this is also important. So once you have all these done, there's like the organizer. The information of who organized the LLC is public information. So if you really are trying to play the anonymous game, again, I'm not a lawyer. I think you can just have another person, like a random person, be the organizer because the organizer doesn't actually matter. Or another LLC can be the organizer of this LLC. So if you already have another LLC, which I do, I'm just gonna have that be the organizer. Yeah. So yeah, I just double checked that with lawyer GPT. The name of the organizer is public information. So look at how beautiful that sunset is, by the way. Christmas time in LA. Incredible. You could use another LLC to be the organizer. So you can click this is a legal entity. That's what I'm going to do. Again, I'm not a lawyer, but I think you can just have your friend do it and or like maybe the registered agent service. Again, that's something you'll need to look into yourself. It's also just not that deep if you just put your name in. because unless you're trying to like do something super sus and you're trying to be super anonymous, just as a good practice, I'm just gonna put my LLC to do it, but usually it's not that big of a deal. And we're just gonna hit the signature and then just today. Right there, file online, pay with just a debit card, it's fine. Basically, we're done. So, okay, so now you have an LLC, basically. So if you go here, you go to my records, my work queue, you have domestic LLCs of organization and a receipt. So download both of these. And here you can see this is the articles of organization. You have an LLC now. Congratulations, you are a business owner now. You have an LLC. What you're going to need to make your LLC actually be able to do stuff is you need an EIN number, and you can get this immediately too. So I was actually recording this video yesterday, and I forgot it was on a Sunday, and you can only get your EIN number on a Monday through Friday. You go to this link, obviously I'll attach this link in the description. Your company is pointless until you have the EIN number, because that's how you get like business bank accounts, and you'll be able to get your EIN immediately. So I'm just gonna start a new business. I put 2 members because it's me and my co-founder. Identity, and you put in your social security number in this. Name of the company. Okay, now this is important. When you're registering for the EIN number, you have to, even if it's a Delaware LLC, you have to put in where you're actually located. So where it's located versus where it's filed are 2 different things. So since we're doing New Mexico here, we're gonna do California here because I'm in California. I'm gonna run my business in California. I'm gonna have the business be filed under New Mexico. I'm gonna actually, because we're about to do January, I'm gonna say January 2026. Depending on if you click on one of these, like I remember I clicked on real estate one time and like there was other like stuff I had to deal with. I think other is just the best, and like if you just do consulting, like they're not really gonna, I like just consulting, I just put technology because they're not really gonna ask any questions. Make sure you click receive digitally. That's the most important thing, okay? So you want to receive this digitally, submit EIN request. So there we go. Congratulations, you have a business now and you can open a bank account. And it's really that easy. Although this only took 10 minutes, I genuinely want to congratulate you. What you have just achieved is where 90% of business owners give up. Oh, this LLC, all this stuff, too complicated. Fuck it, I'm just gonna get a job. Fuck my goals. Too hard, I'm just gonna get a job. So, genuinely, congratulations. You were able to get through this, and this is the first step of you achieving the life that you want. And I'm not here to say that I'm a prophet or a billionaire, or I'm Alex Hormozy or Steve Jobs. I'm not super successful, at least not yet. But I can tell you, you just took the first step, and there's a lot more steps you have to take. It's going to be 4 months of you grinding every single day without seeing any glimpse of success until you are going to be like, okay, this is actually working. And I encourage you, genuinely, I encourage you to put your head down and just get this work done. Because all of this shit is gonna fucking suck. LLCs fucking sucks. Forming a bank account fucking sucks. Marketing, profit, like all this shit fucking sucks, right? And the reason why most people don't do this shit is because all this shit is fucking heinous, right? So people say, fuck it, I'm just gonna get a job. And then what happens to the jobs? A month ago, Amazon laid off 30,000 people. You focusing and putting your head down, especially in this new year, is going to be the single thing that allows you to unlock the life and the goals that you've been trying to do your whole life. So genuinely, as we're entering this new year, I encourage you to put your head down and just get these things done. And I say it from the bottom of my heart. I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I wish you success, and I wish you a disciplined and fulfilling new year. Thank you.